Oh, it's a great day. It's gonna be a good day. Got a lot to do today. Gonna spend the day in the Coyote, but first we gotta fix the brush hog again. This is Wolverine brush hog, and this last dilemma, that's the blade. I broke the blade plumb off, sheared it plumb off. Don't know why, but as you can see, these edges aren't all gnarled up. So, I don't know. It's gonna be loud. I've got an upgrade for this. So, I'm gonna jump in there, get everything moved out of the way, hook this up, get it up by the truck, up by the service truck, and I'll show you what we got. All right, so as you can see, blade broke off of this arm. This arm, what happened before? Oh, carnage happened last time I've had this thing on a video. It all kind of fell apart up top because the bolts were messed up. They were all loose. So if you buy one of these, all these bolts down through here, every one of them, they were actually flipped the other way, and they were catching, especially these, were catching this part of the blade a little bit. And then, you know, with a tit sticking out like that from the end of the bolt, you know, any kind of debris that was wrapping up through here was shearing them off. So these 4 bolts for the pump, and then those 4 bolts down there for the gearbox, take them off, flip them, put them up through the other way, and put lock nuts and Loctite on it, and you should be good to go. This thing actually broke after I'd put it together. So, and it's actually right here where the blades broke. Sorry about all the jumping around, but anyway, this ear broke off, okay? This ear right here broke off right here at the weld. And what I'd done was I went ahead and put this back together, welded it up, and I put these gussets on here, on down to stiffen it up. And I've done that on both sides. Okay, that was an add-on for me. The parts for this and the blade set was like 650 bucks or 700 bucks, something like that. I got a cheaper way and a better way of fixing this, and I'm going to show you. So it's cheaper, a lot cheaper. You save yourself about 300 bucks. Everything I bought today was 400, and we're going to fix this and we're going to put it to use. So walk over here to the service truck and I'll show you what I got. So I ended up buying a stump jumper plate, new blade bolts, 2 of those, and then 2 blades. Okay, all this was about 400 bucks. It was $388.50, I think, with everything. But and that was, you know, I'm tax exempt, so you're gonna have taxes on it. So just figure 400 bucks. All of this is for a king cutter 6-foot brush hog. Okay, the spline is correct. It's for a 40 horsepower gearbox, 12 spline. Matter of fact, I imagine this is the part number for it. It could just be from the guy that, you know, from the company I bought it from. I don't know. But here's the bolt kit number right here. You'll need 2 of those. Okay. And then as far as the blade kit, there's really not a part number on here, I guess, other than that. And I'll read that off to you here in a second, just in case you can't see it. But KK, that's a king cutter, 6-foot and 7-foot brush cutters. Now these blades, the number that's on these blades is 190130. Okay, there is going to be a little fabrication that has to be done to these blades, and that's on the end. A little bit of these blades are going to have to be cut off of the end just because it's going to hit on the Wolverine anyway, it's gonna touch this reinforcement angle right here. So we're just gonna trim the blade down after we get everything on and go from there. So I'm gonna get these guys set up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this apart, and we'll get this thing up and going. Inch and 7/16 socket. Alright, so these bolts have a little, I don't know, like a keyway on here, and if you look right here, that's where the keyway goes, right up in there. That way it'll hold this whenever you tighten it up. So you definitely want the bolt to go in from the bottom. This is where you need the blade. Up on the stump, ground here, line that up, turn the keyway up. See how it turns the bolt. Lock washer. Nut. And inch and 11/16 socket. Just like that. Make sure your press washer's there. Blade still moves. To the other side here real quick. Make sure you line your keyway up. There it is. Just like that. Bring her down. You want to make sure, right there, you want to make sure that your keyhole lines up for your cotter pin. Put your cotter pin back in, and then we'll trim the blades. I'll show you how to do that. Up here, I figured the blade would be just a little too long in touch and thought that we were going to have to cut that off. Now, if this expands or whatever, whenever we're mulching and I hear it touch, we'll have to trim it. But I don't think it's going to expand that far. I've checked both blades. Both blades are, you know, that's as close as that thing's going to get. So it should miss that cross member there, that brace. So this thing's ready to go. We'll get this thing fired up and put you in the cab and see how it goes. All right, well, got the Coyote fired up. We're at 85.5 hours on the Coyote. As I did buy it last year, didn't use it over the winter or anything, and this is the first job this year that it's actually on. So there's the house that we tore down on the last video. I'm gonna put you on this mount. We'll go over the hill and see what kind of destruction we can do. We've got a lot of brush cutting down in here. Hopefully you don't bounce around or the video is all jiggly. If it is, it's not my fault, it's the damn mount. Anyway, we'll get over the hill, we'll start brush cutting and see how this thing holds up. cutting a lot nicer. Stopped here. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. A lot better. Okay, well, I'm gonna put you on some speed film, and we'll get some of this cut. Just got her filled back up for the next day. Let's check this dude out. This looked pretty good. I mean, works great. Works great. Blades are still sharp. They're not all gnarled up. That is definitely a thumbs up for a upgrade for this thing. I beat the piss out of it today. Showed it no mercy. Cut down a lot of trees down there. Plus all the overgrowth. I have to chalk it up as the best $400 I spent today.